Welcome to Stuff and Whiskey. I'm Josh.
And I'm Erin.
And we're back with another totally blind head-to-head where we react to the pour and the price before we find out what we're drinking.
If it's available, is it worth the money?
If it's hard to find, is it worth the hype and the hunt?
Stay tuned to find out. Welcome to the channel, bringing a real-world perspective to the real-world whiskey consumer.
We are not professional whiskey tasters, but we will randomly select one of these matchups to taste totally blind so that you get our completely honest opinion, separate and apart from any hype or labels or anything like that. And in the end, what we'll do is we'll give each pour a real-world score based on the blind tasting, the price and availability, and whether we would buy it again or not.
So if that sounds like your jam, then give this video a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not so you don't miss our videos.
Yep, we come out with these every Thursday, these blind head-to-heads, and they're a ton of fun. Also, check the video description below for a link to our Patreon community over there, because we do 2 additional videos every week, uncut, bonus content that you can get your hands on. You can also get access to a database of all of our scores from past blind head-to-heads over there as well. And you can even get involved with the community and join in on blind flight nights where you will get a coordinated flight. We'll all hop on a private live stream and do that together. So tons of fun stuff down there. Check it out in the video description below. All right, you ready to get random and see which one of these 18 pairs we're tasting today?
Number 10.
Number 10. So 9 in the front row, 10's gonna be down there on the end. We'll get these poured and we'll be back with our first impressions on glass 1. All right, let's get into glass 1. Cheers. Ooh, real fruity sweet right up front.
I don't get that. I just get alcohol.
Yeah, I'm getting a ton of fruity sweetness, like banana cherry.
Okay. I can get banana because I'm getting banana now.
Are you? Or do you just want to get banana?
I want to so bad.
All right, let's get into the palate on glass 1.
Ooh, very oak. Very much oak. Very, ooh, this is a wheated bourbon. It's sour. It's wheated. I know it. The end.
Okay, so there is a sour note there, like an undercurrent.
I don't like it.
But the banana, the cherry, the oak do come across. This, to me, is like right in the pocket of classic bourbon, but with that banana fruitiness being more forward. This, to me, tastes really good.
I'm gonna have to take some more time with it, but my initial impressions was it was like a little sour.
On second nosing, I got a lot of ethanol.
I got a lot of ethanol on the first nosing.
Very interesting. Let's get into one more sip on glass 1.
I already did. I'm good.
Wow. Yeah. So second sip, cherry, banana, oak. Like that is the motto for glass 1. Like straight across the board. Everything is kind of like the flavor knobs. Shout out to Whiskey Row for these flavor knob analogies, but like the flavor knobs of cherry, vanilla, banana, and oak are just all straight across the board, even on like a 6. They're just dialed up a little bit.
I'm just getting sour.
Yeah. Very interesting. I don't know what that sour note is to you. I don't know if it's the banana note or the oak note.
I don't know. I've gotten oak and other things though, and it hasn't been sour.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Let's get into glass 2 and see what's up.
Yeah.
This is way more banana-y.
It's different.
This is
way more green banana.
This is a bundle of bananas.
I get green bananas, like unripe banana.
If like glass 1 is cherry, banana, oak, glass 2 is a bunch of bananas.
I also get a little just like ethanol, just like the alcohol fumes.
I'm stunned. I need to
taste.
It's very rare that I get banana in one glass and then get more of it in the second glass, but this is coming through with that for me.
Okay, this is good. I like this. Whatever this is, I like it. I don't know what flavors I'm getting. I'm getting some oak, and it's not fruity, but kind of fruity. It's not sweet, but it's fruity without the sweetness. Does that make sense?
Yeah. What you're saying right now doesn't make sense to the viewer, but it's 100% accurate. It's fruity, but not sweet. Yeah. It's very strange. Yeah. In a good way. Yeah. You're getting a lot of dark flavors, a lot of brown sugar, maple syrup, but there's it's almost like pancakes with maple syrup and some banana slices on top. So not
kind of like a slightly unripe, slightly young banana.
Yeah, and not a ton either.
Yeah.
Like, not a ton of banana. Like, on the nose, super banana forward. On the palate, way more dark. And then the fruity elements are just kind of there to balance it out a little bit. I'm going to get into one more sip on glass 2.
Yeah. I take my second sip very soon after my first, so I'm always like, already done.
Yeah, I'm getting just like toasted brown sugar, like almost like a creme brulee. Ooh.
Interesting.
Yeah. And banana. Look, these two glasses there are some common threads. So whatever they are, who knows? I can see why they were entered into our blind head-to-head pool. It's going to take clearing our palates, taking some time, properly assessing these for me to figure out which one I prefer.
Yeah,
you seem already set, but
well, I'm
going to take a minute because I take longer than you do.
I want to dig into these.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it. We'll be back with our full thoughts after this. All right, after spending some time with both of these pours, what do you think? Let's start with glass 1.
All right, so for me, glass 1, although initially it got a very sour note from me on the nose, it gets a thumbs up. It kind of changed as it opened up. It was still a little bit sour, not as sour. So I give it overall a thumbs up on the nose. Thumbs up on flavor, thumbs up on experience as well. So pretty solid.
Okay. To me, I give glass 1 a 2 thumbs up on the nose.
Really?
And you're right. You're right to react that way, and I'm right to score it that way because it's fantastic on the nose.
Gosh, really?
Yep. On flavor, thumbs up. On experience, thumbs up. On the nose, I got cherry, vanilla, oak, banana. What else does that say? Chocolate, dusty oak. And then as I smelled it again while you were talking, I got vanilla buttercream. The nose on glass 1 is everything I want. It's so good. But on the flavors, everything comes down a notch. Like, the nose built me up, and then
the flavor just let you down.
It built me up buttercup, and then it
let you down.
The flavor let me down a little bit, but not bad. Like, I really enjoyed the flavor. On the experience, I gave it a thumbs up because I said it had lingering oak. That's really what stuck around. Let's get into glass 2.
All right.
Where are you at?
So for me, glass 2 got the same. Thumbs up on nose, thumbs up on flavor, thumbs up on experience. However, that being said, I didn't get a sour note from glass 2. So I did have a preference to glass 2. Therefore, I hope it's cheaper. Therefore, I hope I will buy it.
For glass 2, for me, it got a just okay on the nose.
What?
You know what? I'm changing it right now. To thumbs up on the nose. Thumbs up on the nose. It is a little sharp, and the sharpness that I got, the sharp note, that's why I gave it a just okay. But as I smell it, as it opens up more, the sharpness has subsided a little bit. And to me, it just comes across like banana and marshmallow.
Marshmallow? Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like I can see the label. It's like orange and white and blue. You know, like the marshmallow cream. What's that called?
Marshmallow fluff?
Yeah, that's what that is.
Okay.
It's banana and marshmallow fluff. And then on the flavors, I gave it a just okay. I said that the banana carried over. It had a little bit of cherry, but the oak that was there, it's funny that you say glass 1 was sour because to me, the oak in glass 2 was sour.
Interesting. I'm getting sour and sweet tea on glass 1 now.
Interesting.
Weird.
We're all over the place tonight. And then on the experience, I gave it a thumbs up. I said it had a long, clingy finish. To me, both of these pours are really enjoyable.
Yeah.
I had a vast preference towards glass 1 though. Like, there was so much more complexity and so much more nuance and so much more beautifulness in glass 1.
Agree to disagree.
Okay, that's
because
fair.
I had a preference to glass 2.
All right.
There was a sour note to glass 1 for me. I don't know what it is or why it is, but there was. It got less as the glass opened up. I will say that, so that's good. But there was still a lingering sour note there.
Glass 1 is number 64.
Oh, man.
And glass 2 is number 63.
Okay.
And to be clear, I had a preference for glass 1. and you had a preference for glass 2, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so let's find out glass number 1, 64 in our key.
$70.
Wow. Are you serious?
I am serious.
Okay, I'd pay that for that. That's good.
Ooh, I would not.
Okay. Glass number 2, number 63.
$70.
Really?
Really?
Wow. Okay. I would not pay that for that.
I would not either.
Okay, fair enough.
But I'm cheap, so.
So let's find out.
Okay.
Glass number, let's just go down the list. Glass
Okay.
number 1, number 64.
I was so right. It's a Weller foolproof store pick.
Number 64?
Yes.
Are you serious?
I am dead serious. I knew it.
No, you're not.
And I don't know anything about anything, but I knew this was a Weller because we had just filmed it 2 videos ago and it smelled sour. And I get that's, I knew it. Okay, so glass 63.
Gummit.
You wanna find
All
out
right,
what glass
number
63 is?
63. What is it?
You're gonna be really mad that
I
you
probably
didn't
will
pick
be.
this. Maker's Mark FAE-02.
Wow, I've never gotten that much banana and that much like fruity, like overly like unripe fruit note. FAE brain meltdown. Brain meltdown. Malfunction. System malfunction. Shut the video off. Hit the beep. Hit the program interruption note right now.
I just want it to be noted that I said that I thought this was a Weller. So we batch film, as I think we've previously stated. So this is our 3rd video of the night. We have previously filmed a Weller versus something else video that I cannot remember.
Smoke Wagon Uncut.
Smoke
Unfiltered.
Wagon Uncut
2 weeks ago.
Unfiltered. You will have seen it 2 weeks ago. What I got to right now in this Weller is the exact same thing I got in that one. This was Weller.
Here we are. You're here for it.
I called it, and I don't know anything about whiskey.
You know what? I feel like in a previous video, we said, Josh, listen to Aaron.
I think we might have, yeah.
And I feel like it's getting reinforced right now. And I don't like it. It feels really toxic. And
It's
it feels,
okay.
I feel
It's
personally
okay.
attacked.
You know what? Don't be personally attacked. You do you. But just know that I'm right
All the time.
most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time.
We'll say 90%.
Yeah, that's probably generous.
90%.
That's probably generous. Let's get into our retail metrics. So, stunned here. Weller Foolproof. Are you serious that's what glass 1 is?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what you
It's
the thing showed.
It's very difficult to find in our market. You got to find it at the right time. You got to get there in really honestly 30 minutes. You got to get there.
Okay.
Otherwise it sells out.
All right, I'm out.
And then, okay, so retail score on Weller Foolproof, price and availability, you're saying
Thumbs down.
thumbs down.
I've previously given it just okay, but now this is my 2nd head-to-head with it, and I got the same sourness with it. So I'm giving it a thumbs down.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna buy it.
And then it's sitting on the shelf in front of you for 70. All right.
Thumbs
there we
down.
go.
I'm not gonna buy it. Only because this is funny that it happened very quickly with the other one we had with it, because I probably wouldn't have remembered it if it had been several months afterwards. But because we're filming it in the same night, I'm remembering what I got with it 2 videos ago, and it is not, it's not for me.
Okay. So
It is not for me.
that's fair. That's fair. To me, on retail, Weller Foolproof gets a thumbs down.
Mhm.
I mean, it's so hard to find, and stores around here mark it up to $150, $250. So they try to sell you this bottle with like a Wheatley vodka or like some janky store pick that they have from some other distillery for, $250. I'm not with that. If I can find one for retail for $60 or $70, thumbs up. I'm buying it again. Only because I'm a single barrel fiend and I want to know what this store pick compares to this store pick. Like I'm gonna be curious about that, so I'm gonna buy it again, even at $70.
Cool story, bro.
I'm not going over $70.
I'm not
though.
buying it.
No, like $80, I'm out the door without a bottle. Let's get into glass 2. Maker's Mark FAE-02 limited release, our favorite limited release from Makers.
Correct.
Where you at?
Well,
Retail score $70. That's what we paid at the distillery, and it's, you know, it is a limited release item, but you can find it in our market,
and especially if you go to Kentucky.
Well,
we live close to Kentucky.
But hang on though. Yes, we can go to Kentucky because we live close, but and you know what? Our scoring rubric is based on your personal preferences. It meets you where you're at, your location, your preferences, all that stuff. So yeah, we can go to Kentucky, but it also released in our local market. Pretty broad spread. So
I would say, well, honestly, hold on. I gave it a thumbs up initially on retail score. I'm gonna give it just okay on retail score because price wise, it's a little bit out of my personal comfort zone. However, that being said, if we can go to consumer score, I would buy it again, so I do give it a thumbs up.
You liked it better.
I did like it better.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. So for me on retail score, I'm going to give it a just okay. Would I buy it again at consumer score? I'm giving it a just okay.
Whoa, that's kind of surprising. Because you did buy it.
I did buy it again. We have a backup bottle of this.
Yeah, you did.
And you know, I like FAE-02 in a vacuum, but in comparison right here, it let me down. And that's not to denigrate FAE-02, but
it's our favorite out of the Weller, or out of the Maker's Mark.
Yeah, it is.
Sorry.
But the Weller Foolproof, while it was my preference tonight, it ain't worth 150 or 250 bucks. Like, absolutely not. So as far as I'm concerned,
it's a hard pass for me, bro.
Honestly, both of these let me down tonight. And you know what? We've been into this channel for like some 9 months now, 10 months now, and we're getting real. And you know what? I'm just disappointed in both of these pours tonight. They're both good. The nose on this Weller Foolproof is fantastic. I think this is the Parkway.
I disagree.
I think this is the Parkway pick. If you're here in Nashville, Parkway Smyrna. Man, the nose is fantastic, but the rest of okay, she's saying thumbs down. It is what it is. Let's get into our real world scores.
We get our real world scores by adding up the thumbs you see on the screen.
There are 10 possible points available, but this ain't your grandpappy's 10-point scoring system.
Nope, it's more like a bell curve.
We found that when we taste stuff totally blind, that most stuff falls into the middle of that bell curve.
Yep.
You know, you think 4 to 6, thumbs up across the board is a 5. If we're spending our money on it, what we're looking for is the outliers that really impress us, that really bowl us over blind and can score above and beyond, like a 6 or so. With that said, let's get into glass 1,
right.
Weller Foolproof. Where are you at on real world score?
Well, bad. Please don't hate me, but I gave it a 3 out of 10.
Youch.
I didn't love it. It was a little sour. It wasn't for me. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that's fair. Some things are not for you.
It's not for me.
For me, it gets a 5 out of 10, squarely in the middle of that bell curve. I think that's an accurate score. We've had a handful of Weller Foolproof picks. Only one of them has been really, truly exceptional. The rest have been very middle of the road. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt.
Yep.
Let's get into glass 2, Maker's Mark FAE-02.
Okay.
Where are you at? One of the highlight, premier, best of end of year whiskeys for 2021. Real world score, you are a
4.5, which is in the middle, solid. I did prefer it over glass 1. I think the availability and price kind of hindered it a little bit, but it got solid thumbs up across the board. So 4.5.
Yeah. And for me, it gets a 3 out of 10. Which is unreal. And I just smelled it, and I'm acting surprised right now because I am surprised because I smelled it.
Because now you know what it is.
But it smells so much more brown sugary.
Because you know what it is.
I do know what it is, but it does smell so much more brown sugary. But the banana and the marshmallow is still there. And then banana cherry and sour oak. It's that sour oak that really kills me on glass 2, the FAE-02.
See, that's what kills me on glass 1.
I'm honestly let down by both of these. I'm not let down by the nose of glass one, the Weller Foolproof, but I'm let down by everything else in this head-to-head. Especially coming off of our last week's head-to-head where we had the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. Go look at that if you want to see a head-to-head where we're both head over heels for the pours in the challenge. I think these are for anybody who runs across them on the shelf at retail or near retail. I don't think I would recommend spending any more than like $70 or $80 for either of these pours, either of these bottles. You're starting to push into a realm that you're going to be disappointed probably by the liquid in the bottle unless you're just so on the hype train that you're happy that you got a Weller or a Maker's limited release. I don't think the whiskey in the bottle is indicative of being above and beyond what the actual value is based on the retail price tag.
Fair.
So if you're running across a Maker's limited release in the stores and you're happy paying the price around retail, grab it. If you ran into a Weller Foolproof by chance and you see it at retail $60, $70, $80, grab it. But
maybe.
Be cautious though.
If you like weeded bourbons, grab it.
Yeah. Be cautious because they could let you down. Just because everybody's talking about it and everybody's hyping it up on social media does not mean that it is going to be the bee's knees. Because it could
it let me down twice now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I think that says it all. I think we've said all we need to say. That's going to be it for this week. Till next week, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.